Hey everybody, this is Deb. It is Sunday and that's the weekly challenge day. So, I'm a little late. I wanted to have these done and uploaded, or I like to have them done and uploaded Saturday evening so that, you know, our friends that live in the earlier time zones, like Marianne and Maxine, can see these first thing in the morning when they get up on Sundays. But that didn't happen. I've been very busy this week. Had a couple of doctor's appointments. You know how that goes. Yesterday the grandkids came over and we had a good time. We watched the new West Side Story. Phenomenal. Anyway, so this is what we're going to work on today. Now these two are done. And I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to try to anyway, because I'm going to get real fancy. And I am going to, hang on. I turned on some light, that might help. Anyway, I am going to attempt to pause the video and cut my paper and score my paper and then restart the video after I've done so. So cross your fingers. Let's see what happens. But let's start first of all by looking at what the project is. And they're going to look like this. Now, let's look at this one first. So it's called a crisscross mini folder. And I saw it on Scrapbooking with Me, but I know that there has been lots of other folks who have done it. So this is what it will look like when it is all done. You need a 12 by 12 piece of non-directional paper. Now, as you can see, this one, it was white on, it was this on one side and white on the other side. That way they can journal on this if they so choose to. Or you can decorate it and do whatever you want. Just keep in mind that because it folds like this, everything you put on there, you're going to want to pretty much stay flat. Now, I do have a button on here, but this is on the front. So you want to stay pretty much flat. And then you can either glue this down onto your page, you could clip it on, you could just do three sides, and then you could have a pocket, you know, all kinds of things, whatever your heart desires. So if you have a, as I said, this one's white, but if you have a piece of paper that is double-sided, like this one, that's okay too, because if you want to use it for journaling, then you could cover these with a more solid piece of paper for them to journal on, or actually you can, this particular print, you could journal on the top of it without any problems. So that's your option. If it's white or if it's a printed double-sided page. So, excuse me. So as you can see, I have also decorated these two, the flaps, I guess you could call them. And they are flat. Now, this one, as you can see, I put this is a cardboard birdhouse. And so I put it on the flap. This one, I just put a circle. But you don't, and it also hangs over a little bit here. But that's no big deal. You don't have to, if you don't want it to hang over, then you could just have it flat. And you could have it, instead of it being the short, because there's one short side and then this is the long side, you could have it the other way to where the short side goes over the long side. I've used Velcro, the little Velcro dots as closures, but another closure that would be cute would be the policy closures like we've used in the past, which are the two circles with a string wrapped around it. You could also use those little Jimmy widgets, whatever you call those things that look like little, you put a that's a technical term. So it would look something like this, and it would twist. You'd have it on a brad, so you could close it. You could use a, you could put your, don't have one here, but so you could put a piece of paper over the top of it like this, so that it a little bit shows on the top, and then you would have that as a tuck. So then you would tuck this underneath that. Of course it would be, you know, it'd be glued down, but so all kinds of ways that you can use these for closures. You could also glue down a piece of ribbon behind it like this and bring it around. This one's not long enough, obviously. Or, you know, it didn't even have to be long enough. You could bring it around like this. You could put your Velcro on here, or a button, or whatever. So, anyway, that's these two that I already have done. And so now, I'm gonna try and do some magic. Well, no, wait, I want to show you this. So this is the crisscross mini folder as seen on Scrapbooking with Me. Edith, I saw Edith do this. So you'll need a 12 by 12 non-directional paper. If it's directional, you'll just need to recognize that when you fold it, part of it's going to be upside down. So you're going to cut a piece 4 by 12, and then you're going to score it at 3 1/4 and 8 3/4. Then you're going to cut another piece 5 1/4 by 12, and you're going to score and fold at 4 inches and 8 inches. And then you're going to round all corners. So you can see here, I've got my corners rounded. I mean, that's optional. If you don't want to round your corners, you don't have to. I personally think it looks better if it's rounded. So that's this information, and I am now going to do magic. I'm going to show you, I want to show you this. So this is the paper that I'm going to cut and score and fold off camera. Is it not gorgeous? And it is kind of directional, but I mean, not enough that really it's that big of a deal. But isn't this paper gorgeous? I wanted to show you the whole sheet before I cut it. And then this is the back. And obviously, one flap these stripes will be running this way. The other flap, they're going to be running this way. So, and I don't care. That doesn't bother me in the least. And then I'm also going to show you this paper. And I'm going to make another one of these. These are so simple and so easy to make, and they turn out so cute and so nice. I really like this project a lot. So I'm going to make several of these and use them as like birthday cards, or, you know, get well, whatever. Anyway, so now I'm going to attempt to do magic. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I think I did that right. Okay, so here we go. The 4 by 12 is the this part. Okay? And that's what this is. This is the 4x12. Now, you want to use relatively thick paper. You don't want to use just regular copy paper weight, because it'll just be too flimsy. So you want to use a nice weight. But there again, okay, and this one is the 5 1/4 by 12. There again, you don't want it to be so thick. Some of them are so thick that when you score and fold it, it cracks the paper. So this paper happens to be by Cartabella. I love their paper. I really love their paper. And you can get it on scrapbooking, scrapbook.com, and Amazon too, I think. But, oh man, they've got beautiful paper. So, and then this goes on the inside. Now, you'll need to recognize too that, I mean, I followed her directions. I would have, but then there would be, I don't know, then you'd have to do math and figure all that out. So what I was going to say is, when you fold it over, I mean, it's tight in here, and you know, we really don't like for that to be tight. So tight that you can't, you know, that it winkies your paper, which it doesn't seem to do that here. If it does, the inside flap, you might trim off a little bit and then round the corners, and then it's going to go in there a little bit better. And that might be, and then you're not going to have this flippy flap. Let me do that. I'm going to trim this off a little bit. Just a little tiny tad. Unfortunately, you know, I'm not a professional YouTube video maker. And so I don't have all my stuff set up to do that. Oh yeah, see, that's much better. So that's what I did. I just took a little bit of that off. And then this glues right in here. And when you glue it in, you're going to want to make sure that you get it all situated and straight. And you're going to have a little bit at each fold. So you kind of, oh goodness, you can hear my little dog in there. He doesn't like to be alone. He has anxiety issues, bless his heart. Anyway, you're going to have a little bit here and here. So you don't want to squinch it up close to either this fold or that fold. You just kind of want to center it. And then, you know, then you're good to go with that. And I'm not gonna decorate this on camera, because, you know, when I decorate, it's it's a process, because I have to think, and you know, and so in the past when I have, you know, decorated things on camera, I did all the thinking and the deciding ahead of time and had it all prepared and all that kind of stuff. So, but again, as I've already mentioned, I'm not a professional YouTube videographer, and so I like to craft my own way. Don't we all? So anyway, and actually that turned out pretty good with this going this way and this going that way. I kind of like that. That's kind of nifty. So anyway, so that's how your 12 by 12 non-directional paper. You're going to cut one 4 by 12 scored at 3 1/4 and 8 3/4. You're going to cut at cut another one at 5 1/4 by 12. Score and fold at 4 and an 8, and you're going to round your corners. So I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Again, these are the ones we've already made. And I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with and sharing it in our Facebook group. We've had quite a few people join our Facebook group recently. I think maybe they've seen the videos. I don't know. Or maybe it's because, you know, Facebook advertises some particular groups. It might be that. So, but anyway, I'm thrilled that there are more people that are joining us, and that you all are enjoying the challenges. I keep thinking that I'd like to do one additional video per week, just as a, you know, not as a challenge, but just as to show you a different technique or something like that. One of the things I want to show you is different types of closures, but for some reason in the last month or so, it's just, my life has been hectic and busy between this Facebook group and the primitive Facebook group and all those things, that it takes a lot to be an admin for a Facebook group. So it's very time consuming, especially if, you know, we host the swaps and the challenges and all that other kind of stuff. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. So I think that that's everything that I wanted to tell you. And I hope you enjoy this project. And please share on our Facebook group. So this is Deb. I'm going to sign off. See you later.